When you support a state, you are supporting a death threat. Any law, any tax has as its final enforcement killing. Any other form of enforcement, such as a fine or a restriction of action, is itself backed up by killing. If you don't pay your taxes, you'll get a letter telling you to pay your taxes plus a fine. If you don't pay that, you may get a court summons. If you don't go to court, you may be tried in absentia, but it doesn't matter. They'll find you guilty and sentence you to prison. If you resist being sentenced to prison, you will be shot. If you resist far enough, the guns will come out. Killing is the base of the inverted pyramid of enforcement. This is not something to be derived from data analysis, but it is axiomatic. If there were no such death threat, everything else would be toothless, because if the agents of the state didn't send you to prison when you pulled out a gun and just said, oh, well, we were going to throw you into prison, but since we don't want to kill you, we'll leave you alone now, then a few trailblazers would resist, and then everyone would resist. When one says X should be a law, what they're actually saying is, if someone does X, he should be punished, and if he resists punishment, he should be killed. And I'm sure you know one can sit on a pedestal and pronounce laws and taxes until he's blue in the face. When someone says the state should pay for this or there should be a law against that, they are saying that there should be a series of death threats to control behavior. That is, in order to prevent a certain behavior, we need to place a death threat here and here and here. And with these properly placed death threats, society will function more orderly. Now, these death threats won't kill you when you enter their zone, but you will be fined and such, and if you don't comply with, you will be killed eventually, as stated before. And so when you advocate the state to do anything, you are positively agitating for aggression. Now, perhaps you believe this aggression is necessary to prevent even worse aggression. What's more is that private property in a free market is also maintained by a death threat as the final enforcement. And so expanding the property of the state, be it land, granting monopoly on certain activities, or on restricting behavior, can be seen as expanding the private property holdings of a certain group of people, namely the state, of which you will be killed if you do not honor. This is not meant to be a full-out case for or prediction of a stateless society. If you are interested in something like that, I have videos in the description and all over my channel and links to websites going into this in much better detail. This video is just meant to illustrate the basic argument against the state, and perhaps a viewer who really took this to heart wouldn't be so casual in advocating state action, and at least recognize it as an evil. Once this is recognized, then one can explore slowly and meticulously the very complex and difficult idea of a stateless society.